Um, Next video is from Rahul Gupta. Let's play this video.
After creating your website. So, hello everyone, this is me, your friend Rahul Gupta, and I'm gonna tell you after creating your website, what you need to do exactly, a step by step, a simple 7 step. Okay, all right. So, number one, set up your Google Analytics. So, what you need to do when you create your website, create your Gmail account and set up a Google Analytics. It will help you to engaging the audience or and all over the all the data, the how many people are come to your website and from which source, from which device, from which country, from which city. Exactly, it will display everything. All right. Number two, SEO optimization. What you need to do, you need to proper optimize your website. For every page you have to set up all the SEO optimization, your meta tag, your description, image optimization, title, everything you can
Okay, so Rahul, if you are here, so the video here is on. Oh, good to see you here, Rahul. Okay, so um, what to do after you set up your website. Okay, so main feedback over here would be to utilize this thing called infotainment. So right now you have got very good information, and we got to realize that on social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, information is everywhere. And what we need to do to separate and differentiate our content with other people's content is not just giving good information, because information is everywhere. We want to think about how can we have some sort of entertainment value so that our videos are not just giving people the facts, but it's also a lot more either engaging or entertaining. So the question is, how can we do that in a serious topic like what to do after you have your website set up? Okay, so this is where I want to be able to see an element of like playfulness in your video so that it's not just serious, because there's a ton of serious videos out there. Okay, so what are your different options? It could be, for example, you in front of a laptop or an iPad, and it would be you looking at the camera. So you just completed your website, it's done. Now what? You realize that literally nobody's visiting it. You're not making any money. Maybe you got 2 likes from your mom and dad, but that's it. You have no idea what to do after you paid $5,000 for your website. Hey, this is Rahul Gupta, and today in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly what it is that you need to be doing after your website is completed if you want to be able to get more reach, if you want to be able to monetize from your website. So be sure to watch till the end, right? So notice what I'm doing. I'm just being a little bit more playful. I'm kind of teasing the audience a little bit, right? And now it's easier to watch the video because it's lighter, even though it might be a serious topic. Okay, does that make sense? In fact, Rahul, before so since you guys are here, let
Yeah, it's great, amazing, Pinjun. And thanks for giving me this opportunity. And it's a 14 days, 2 weeks. It's very wonderful experience for me and part of this community. And I would like to share that I got a lot of confidence and the participating, watching the video, and I got the feedback, the wonderful feedback. The mistake which I have been doing from last couple of months and time, that I'm not I create a video on the IT with the serious mode, but you got me the feedback that I need to create with the entertainment, because people are watching the entertainment, and that's the point that we can get more attention.
Yep.
And yeah, that's a good thing. Thanks for yeah.
Well done, Rahul. Okay, and guys, I just want to kind of mention this as well. Okay, so I know like whenever I say this, there is going to be somebody in the audience thinking, "But Pingjun, I'm in a really serious market. I'm in the financial market, right? I'm an accountant. I'm a lawyer. And if what if my audience doesn't take me seriously because I'm a plastic surgeon and what I'm gonna put comedy into plastic surgery? That can't be the case. So now, obviously, when I say that. You could be in a serious market, But ultimately, it is about creating content that is still engaging so that it's consumable for the social media world. Now, that is a very important point to understand. So if you take a look at people who have done it well on social media, on video, you could be, you know, a real estate agent, you could be a cryptocurrency trader, you could be in the financial market, you could be a lawyer, you could be, you know, a serious market. The ultimately, if you don't know how to do pattern interrupts, if you don't know how to do create open loops, if you don't know how to sometimes utilize polarity or humor, that is when they're not even watching your content in the first place. Okay, so you still want to be yourself. I actually consider myself to be a pretty serious person, but I understand that if it was just welcome everybody, this is Peng Jun. Today I'm going to be showing you some serious moves on video marketing, and you are really going to love today's topic, right? It's a serious topic. Like none of you guys are going to be here, right? So that is when you also want to be able to think about how you can turn that content, your content, so that it's consumable for social media. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I added that comedic effect to it, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? So how many of you are learning something so far on this call? Okay, cool. So let's continue. Let's continue looking at some of the videos you guys posted. Next person would be from Shubdo Dutta. Let's take a look. This is from day 12. The ultimate advice for entrepreneurs and corporate professionals. Right, pretty serious market. Let's take a look.
One ultimate advice for entrepreneurs and corporate professionals, especially if you are in your 30s. Now, I'm saying this because I wish I knew it when I was 30. I'm 43 now. I learned it the hard way from my own life experience is don't just chase goals. Don't just chase building your business or climb the corporate ladder, but choose who you become. And this is what really impacted.
Okay, let me just pause this so far before continuing a little bit. Okay, so one thing that Shubdo did, Shubdo, are you here? Let me see. Not live right now, but all good. Okay, if you're watching.
I'm here.
Oh, you are here. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you here. Okay, so you're on the next page.
Shubho, by the way.
How do I say your name again?
Shubho.
Shubo.
Yeah, like Shubho. Yeah.
Shubo. Okay, Shubo. Okay, so great. So we're 30 seconds in. Okay, one thing that I would have loved to hear from this is, guys, please write down payoff or open loop and reason to watch till the end. Okay, payoff or open loops or reason to watch till the end. So based on this topic, right, what I wish I knew when I was in my 30s, right? I'm 43 right now. Now, at that juncture, I would have wished that you spent 10 to 20 seconds going deep to why it is either going to save them time, make them money, save a decade on the learning curve, and how you truly learn it the hard way. And if they stay till the end, a specific thing that they're going to get. Okay, so remember when you said, what I wish I knew when I was in my 30s. I'm 43 right now. And if you stay till the end of this video, this video for the next 3 minutes is literally going to save you 10 years of of avoiding mistakes, very painful mistakes, very costly mistakes that I learned the hard way through whatever it is. Okay, so I would have loved to hear that 20 seconds on that payoff. Okay, and what I would like all of you guys to write down is this very simple sentence. It would be, if you stay till the end of this video, okay, sell them a compelling reason. If you have a very good angle or hook, give them a reason of why they should watch till the end. Why? By the end of this Facebook Live, you will be able to discover the top 5 mistakes most investors make when it comes to investing in property. By the end of this video, you will be able to receive my personal blueprint and strategy when it comes to investing in cryptocurrency. By the end of this short if you give me your next 3 minutes, you're going to be able to see why most people in their 30s make these mistakes, and you'll be able to learn it through me by understanding how to avoid them, right? So now there's a compelling reason, because your audience might not necessarily know where the conversation is going just yet. But if you can begin with the end in mind by telling them what the payoff is and what the result is, or what the mistakes are that they will be able to avoid, then now there's a compelling reason to stay to the end. Um, does that make sense?
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
Okay, very nice. Okay, guys. So so one thing I want to mention, okay, guys, it's this. Remember, when I look at your videos, um, know that all attempts are a great attempt. Okay, I will never judge you based on the level of presentation you're at. I will never judge you based on the quality of the video. And that's the purpose of this challenge. I'm very proud, in fact, the fact that if you find it scary or awkward, um, and just like anything in life, you just get better with practice. Okay, so as long as you're attempting, as long as you're posting the videos, I know it's not easy, and that's exactly why you're on this challenge to begin with. Okay. Great attempt. Let's go to the next one. This is from SJ Reyes. Let me turn up the volume. Here we go.
In this video, I will be revealing how you will fail this online business franchise. Hi, Sarah Jane Reyes here. There can be tons of ways on how you will fail this, but let me share with you the ABC of failing it fast. So stick with me until the end of this video if you want to know how to avoid it. Because as I've said, it's easy as ABC. Literally. Alright, let's get to it. You know that in this business, the main goal is to sell, right? Whether you make a sale out of your products or make a sale by people availing your services, because that's how you will get your profit. No sale means. So let's start with A, attitude. The way we take action on how we want to achieve our goals is actually just a manifestation of our attitude. If you won't look after your attitude, that might be your biggest downfall. In this business, you gotta have a good learning attitude. You gotta be humble enough to be taught, especially from your leaders, your mentors, coaches, because those people are the ones who's already generated results. How can you swim if you don't know how to swim in the first place? And that's just the analogy, because how can you run this online business if you don't have any idea how to run it? If you will just rely on yourself, especially if you are new to this, and you won't be open to feedbacks or learn from others' experiences, that could lead you to doing a crucial mistake. A mistake that your leaders might have already done in the past, a mistake that might kill your business. So that's for A, have a good learning attitude. B, belief or belief system. Do you believe that you can actually.
Okay, so first of all, SJ Reyes, are you here? Let me see. Um, hey, welcome. Good to see you here. Okay, so let's talk about. So I can see that this video, the script, your copywriting on point, right? So obviously, I when it comes to like your choice of words and what you're saying in a video, it's very concise. It's on point. And I like the framework because you've got, A, attitude, B, belief. You've got some sort of framework so that your audience know that they're going to get like 3 main things or takeaways. And this is something that you guys can model as well, which is basically having some sort of framework, an ABC method, my, triple P method, my persuade, present, position. This is good when you want to be able to give your audience some sort of outcome, big picture, bird's eye view perspective on where that video is taking them. So great job in having some sort of framework, the ABC method on how to succeed in the online world. Okay, so what can we do to polish it up, right? Like I said, like there's always little things that we can do to kind of polish things up. So the first one would be that constant pattern interrupt. videos today, the thing is, if it's a standstill video like what I've been doing right now, that video is about 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4 minutes and 15 seconds. On social media can seem like it's a really long time if it's just a static background. Now, right now I'm utilizing a static background. Now this is slightly different because this is a Zoom call, and naturally the context and the environment's different. However, remember, when people are consuming your stuff, you got to think about like what platform it is, right? In most cases, if it's like Facebook or Instagram, well, now we'll be talking about platforms on the graduation webinar, and how to utilize it on the different platforms. By now you should have registered for the graduation webinar. But if not, make sure you do that. It's at videoschallenge.com/webinar. It is going to be just for you guys. Same thing like this. We'll be able to see each other. Make sure you get yourself registered. But on that call is when I'll talk about platforms and monetization. Okay. But in most cases, whenever we post our videos, we got to think about how people are consuming it. It is basically they're scrolling, right? They're scrolling. And what's going to make them stop and determine that they want to give you that first 5 seconds of attention is the thing that stops the scroll. Okay, so initially, your face and the way it starts off, because it's close up and it starts off on point, it's a good scroll stopper. Okay, but we want to think about how do we continue that conversation and get them to watch till the end? Because sometimes on social media, if it's 4 minutes long, it feels very long on social media because everybody's attention span is short. So what we need to do is we need to do a few things, okay? Either, again, utilization of props, right? Think about if you can have something, a physical item, something that shows them this ABC method. Okay, maybe it's something that you can get for that is for kids that literally shows something as simple as ABC. Okay, and this is where you're gonna say, if you give me the next 3 minutes, I'm gonna be showing you why this thing is as simple as ABC, and then there's this prop, and that is a thing that kind of sustains their attention because it's a pattern interrupt. Next one is to literally utilize your background, right? Sinyan says, can we move around while talking? Absolutely, right? If you take a look at a lot of my videos for social media, excluding YouTube because YouTube is tutorial based, but for Facebook and Instagram, most of the time, if it's content created specifically for a platform, this is what I'm always doing. I'm always doing this. Why am I always doing this? It is because, and sometimes it might feel like it's making people nauseous because it's constantly moving. But, well, I'm not like moving like this, but I'm like moving here, and then it would be, then I'll talk over here a little bit. But because I'm constantly moving, it's a constant pattern interrupt. And this is one of the reasons why marketers love shooting videos in a moving car, right? It is not just to show off the car. Well, that's one reason. But another reason is because they know with the moving background, it is a constant pattern interrupt. Okay, so great job, script on point. Just want to utilize either props or the environment or a moving background or something that constantly changes so that it keeps it's different. Okay, make sense, Reyes? SJ Reyes?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, well done. Great attempt. Okay, so let's move on to next video. And this would be from Maroni Bakiz. How to establish yourself in bliss, inner peace. Okay, let's take a look.
ديالي في 5 دقائق. واش نقول لك الا سمعتي القصه ديال واحد السيده سميتها سيال وكيفاش كانت كتقلب على السلام الداخلي ديالها ولقاتو في اقل من 5 دقائق بعد معاناه عميقه غيولي الجواب على السؤال ديالك ممكن جدا تجريبيا وتطبيقيا عاد نظريا. متفقين؟ اذا باش تعرف القصه ديال سيال وكيفاش قلبت على السلام الداخلي بمعاناه عميقه وفي الاخر لقاتو في اقل من 5 دقائق، ما عليك الا تشاهد هذا الفيديو هذه حتى الاخر وتبقى معنا وما تمشي فيه. مرحبا بك من جديد معك مروان.
Okay, so pause 1 second. I'm going to pretend like I knew exactly what it is that Maroni just said. But in fact, I have no idea what the language is. So I'm just going to pretend that... are you here right now, Maroni? Let me see. Okay, anyway, Arabic. Okay, yeah, I'm guessing it's Arabic. So I can't analyze the languaging, but there's a few things that I would give feedback on. Okay, the first one is utilization of branded intro videos. Okay, so if you have some sort of intro like this one over here, okay, so okay, listen to this. Okay, I'm very aware of like when, if I was a viewer, I'll always place myself as a viewer, and when were the dips in my attention? Okay, you got to watch your own videos and ask yourself, at which part did your attention dip? Okay, I want you to notice this. Even though you have no idea what how to understand Arabic, but just kind of notice the energy of this branded video. Okay, 37 seconds, 38. Very good. Okay, so little things like that. Now this first portion, okay, was a very good pattern interrupt, right? Because this one, it's like it catches attention. You probably realized, right? How many of you here, when you watch it for the first time, when this thing played, notice your feeling, right? How many of you here, when this thing happened, your attention went up? Type in number one. When this thing happened, you felt like you actually gave it, was a little bit of a shock, like, right, to how you felt. Okay, right, exactly. So, and then notice what happens over here. Okay, from the 41st second onwards. Okay, notice from 41st to 46 seconds, which by the way is 5 seconds. Now, I'm not nitpicking on small things like that. Will something like that make a big difference? No, but it is to teach you guys a specific concept on how to think about your videos. Okay, I am not picking on the fact that it's 5 seconds here so notice the point I'm trying to make first of all. Okay, so from the 41st second, again, notice your feeling now from the 41st to 46th second, 5 seconds. Okay, just pause there for a second, right? So that 5 seconds, even though it's just 5 seconds, this is how I like you to think for all of your videos. And it's basically at the end of that few seconds, the energy was not like the first portion, right? And it kind of dips off. And even though it's 5 seconds, it's fine. But this is how to think about your videos. It is really to think about everything that you do in a video. Is it contributing to getting their attention, or is it getting your audience to lose their attention and to click off your video? Okay, now this is a much higher level. I can tell you that the reason why I bring this up is because some of my friends who are the top content producers in the world, that's literally how they think about every second that they create their content. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, so let me look for his page and I'll show you what I mean. Give me a sec. Okay, so the example I'm going to give you guys is this. Okay, so what I am going to do is so one of the pages, and one of my friends, Julius Dean, he's one of the most watched people on on Facebook. Okay, so he's a magician. He does pranks, and his videos like are always viral. Okay, and you can see like his numbers are insane. Okay, so I want to show you that this is not theory. Okay, now for Julius page, you can see that all of his stuff, right? They're all very, very viral, right? Sometimes hundreds and millions of views. And this is something that as a content creator, he's thinking about. Okay, so first of all, notice how like even the thumbnail, the scroll stopper. Now this is at a level, by the way, I'm utilizing this example because this is like the highest level in the world. Okay, now obviously I'm not at that level. I don't expect you guys to be at that level, but if we understand this is the highest level of all levels, then we know what it is that we can be striving to be working towards. Okay, so if you take a look at his page, okay, so we work closely with him. We help him create his offers, and I can tell you that working with Julius, his level of thinking about every second, every 1 second, he's constantly, and that's what he tells me. He tells me I think about every 1 second whether it takes a person's attention or is a person thinking about clicking off because the energy level dipped. Okay, so if you take a look at this, even a choice of thumbnail, take a look at, like, I can tell you, like, this image over here is not by chance, it's by choice. He took the most, either the highest emotion, the most click baiting moment, the part that had the most shock value, okay, and he uses that as the scroll stopper. Okay, so that's one. The next thing that he does is in all of the videos, like every second.
I'm going to show you a magic trick with your phone. Look, I'm going to put it on the table. Look.
Okay, now what is that? That's a hook, right? All of his videos has got this hook first that gets a person's attention.
Trust the magic trick, right? Look, give me the phone. Right, hold on to it. There we go. Look, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you something, right? Look, take this banana.
Okay, anyway, so why am I diverting to this page right now? It is because, let me just head back to my page, switch profiles back. The reason why I'm showing you this is because at the highest level, every second counts. Okay, so based on the example that I gave earlier, I might not be able to give you feedback on the choice of words and the languaging, but just think about like how even the intro, if you guys intend to do an intro, whether it is do you feel the energy level is dipping or is it increasing as a result of that short intro that you do? So what's the moral of the story? The intro is great, but the first half of the intro was great. It got a person's attention up, but towards the end of the branded intro, the energy levels of the audience went down. Okay, so does that make sense? You're gonna mute yourself. You want to share with me your thoughts and what you learned. Dimitro said, do we need to vary our speech speed or tone of the voice? Right, absolutely. Right, the last thing you want is to have a flat tonality throughout. You've probably heard of the saying, it's not what you say but how you said it that makes all difference. So yes, sometimes speak louder. Sometimes it could be soft. Sometimes you want to utilize pauses and silence, and to be comfortable with silence, right? So whether it's use of hands, right, props, it's just about that constant engagement so that it's always different. It's always progressive. Okay. So let's go back. Make sense? Okay, next person would be Lloyd Hulse.
Financial suicide.
Okay, let's. How to increase value to your customers, Lloyd Hulse. Here we go.
If this pandemic has taught you anything, it should be that.
Okay, pause right there. You see that, right? If it's taught you anything, now that is good use of tonality, right? Rather than saying, if this pandemic has taught you anything, versus if this pandemic has taught you anything. So notice that good use of tonality. So this is one good thing, feedback that all of you can model as well. Sometimes think about, please write down the word emphasis. Emphasis on selected words or your choice of words so that it stands out. If it's taught you anything.
Having one source of income is like financial suicide. My name is Lloyd Hulse, and I show entrepreneurs and business owners how to turn their one-time.
Okay, so one thing that we want to be able to do next is when it comes to introducing yourself. So Lloyd said, my name is Lloyd Hulse. So one thing that we want to do whenever we create videos to prepare you for whether it's for organic growth or whether it's for ads is to assume that your audience may know you even though they might not know you. Okay, so how, because when you say my name is Peng Joon, this is an assumption that your audience does not know who you are. So what that causes is that if somebody has watched a video of you in the past, it creates this disconnect because it feels like, hey, I've been watching your videos all this while and you're assuming that I don't know who you are. So you want to be able to cater for both type of audiences, people who would eventually know you and people who don't know you. So the safest way to do that, just think about this, okay? Think about how a celebrity or a known influencer would introduce themselves, right? Oprah is not going to say, hi, my name is Oprah, right? She's just going to, what is she going to say? She says, this is Oprah, Oprah here. Not my name is Oprah. Okay. So what can you do in terms of creating this little shift that can make a big difference in terms of, please write down positioning, how you position yourself in the eyes of your potential audience is by assuming the position of authority. So rather than saying, hi, my name is Peng Joon, because that assumes that they don't know who you are and you're a nobody in that market, in that industry, in the niche. Assume that you are already somebody, even though you could be just starting out. So a great way would be, hey, notice it's not hi, it's hey. Hey, this is Peng Joon. Hey, this is Isaac. Hey, this is Jessica. Hey, this is Nick. Hey, this is Derek Soto here. So hey is a more playful word, and hey is also a lot more informal. And somebody that is in a position of authority doesn't need to be, hi, my name is Peng Joon. Okay, so it's a little, it's small, but it makes a big difference in terms of how you are going to be perceived by your audience. Okay, so rather than assuming that they don't know you, assume that they, even if they don't know you, it's on them that they don't know you. Okay, because assume and come from the position that people normally in the market would know you, but if they don't, it's just on them because they're probably not well informed enough. Hey, this is Peng Joon here. Hey, this is my name here, right? Rather than hi, my name is, and giving the power on them where you have to introduce yourself, right? Very subtle. Shubdo says, do we always need to say, hey, this is Shubdo? Or can this be a signature in the screen? No, you don't always have to say your name, you know. This is in reference and context to what we saw earlier. Okay, so if in the event where you feel you want to introduce yourself because it's going to a very cold, broad audience, you can do that, but just come from the angle of that positioning. Okay, because just remember, thought leaders, celebrities, people of influence will never, Tony Robbins will never say, "Hi, my name is Tony Robbins." It's going to be, "Hey, this is Tony here. Hey, this is Tony Robbins here." It's going to be Tony Robbins here, not, "Hi, my name is Tony Robbins," because that gives the position of power to the audience. Remember, you, right now, you are a person shooting the video. You are going to be in the position of influence, right? So assume that role. Okay, let's go back to this. Next one is from Kinko, who is doing, let me just, so redo. Kinko Hamilton says, "How Sun Tzu's Art of War helped me find a biomechanism of self-defense." Here we go.
Book. Yeah, this book is about war and how to defeat enemy. And I know none of us, so many of us don't really live in a war zone. However, we all have a personal war or personal problems or challenges, I should say, that we deal with every day, right? For me, finding the right system, right method that anybody can do to really enhance our personal safety and elevate our personal confidence is huge. And that's my mission. I want to make the world a safer place. On page 34 in this book, Sun Tzu says, "So in war, the way is to avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak." Yeah, that sounds so easy and it makes sense and it's like a common sense. But this is a big deal. What is strong? Who you don't know that person, especially I'm talking about ambush situation or somebody who you know, but either way, you being attacked. And after practicing 7 years of martial arts religiously, 5-6 days a week, 2-3 hours a day, I have come to realize that my skill set is just going to be as it is. Maybe it grows 1% more, but it's not that much. And I'm not a pro.
Okay, so couple of things. Okay, great attempt, Kinko. So based on some of the principles that we learned here today, right? So emphasis on specific words, and also allowing yourself to be a little bit more playful. Okay, so for example, I could see that when you said, right, just go back a little bit when you kind of emphasized on, like, maybe, okay, let's just watch that again. Okay, so this is something all of you can learn.
I have come to realize that my skill set is just going to be as it is. Maybe it grows one.
Okay, so here's the facial expression that I like. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys caught it. Watch this again.
That my skill set is just going to be as it is. Maybe it grows 1% more.
You see that? Okay, guys, I want to be able to see you guys, all of you guys. Like, I'm going to pause right here.
It's just going to be as it is. Maybe.
Look at this, guys. I'm going to enlarge this.
It grows 1% more, but it's not that much. And I'm not.
Okay, see this? Okay, guys. And Kinko, if you're here.
And I'm not a pro fighter anyways. I'm not looking into competing at this age anymore. I'm a martial artist. I do this for my life, to train myself, for my spirituality, that much. And I'm not a pro fighter anyways. More, but it's not.
Anyway, so I'm trying to find that moment. Okay, so you guys saw that, right? Like this is the moment right here. Okay, now what is this moment? This moment is when she was speaking from the heart and she wasn't trying to memorize from a script, right? And you can tell why, because at this point in time, you can see that she wasn't focused on perfection of the script and following on every word that she wrote down, but she allowed herself to express what she wanted to say. And you can see that is when Watch this.
Be as it is. Maybe.
Okay, this. You don't make a facial expression like this when you are trying to memorize your words. And I can tell you this, if you kept this up throughout your entire video, that is what will make this video good. Okay, so what are some of the things to practice? Okay, it would be like this. Okay, it would be like, so imagine this, right? It would be like, so maybe, just maybe, right? I would like to see that, right? Because that is what makes it real, right? Just maybe there's a small percentage. So notice what I'm doing, rather than being serious, trying to, and you can see there's a lot of jump cuts in between. Okay, and again, I commend you for the attempt for practicing, but this is the next level of practice, right? To really think about and practice the words so that the words become part of your unconscious competence and you're no longer trying to practice the words. So right now over here, and since you are a martial artist, Kinko, what I would like you to think about is like, just like martial arts, what you first need to practice is the words. Okay, until the words becomes part of your unconscious competence, so that you're practicing being present. So that now you don't need to focus on your choice of words, but your expression and being there with your audience. And you can be like yourself and not be stiff and trying to think about the right choice of words, so that you can utilize emphasis, create dumb facial expressions like this, right? Because that is what makes your video real, right? And I saw that, and we all saw that in that split second, right? How many of you saw that in a split second, right? So this is what I'm trying to get you guys to do as well, right? It is to, yes, initially when you're practicing, it feels weird, it feels awkward, it feels like I need to get every word right. That's how it all starts off. That's why practice comes in. So you go on practicing your choice of words, so that eventually your choice of words is not what you're thinking about, but you're just focused on the present. Now, what is the present? The present is being there with your audience. And even though it's just a camera lens for now, it is being able to express yourself. Like when you said maybe, right? It's the emphasis, right? Maybe it's just a small factor, right? Utilizing facial expression, hand movements, right? To show like maybe there's a tiny percentage. So notice even my choice of words and my emphasis, I'm saying like there's a tiny, right? It's I can afford to be playful with my voice, right? Ask yourself, each and every one of you, have you utilized your tonality and be playful with your messaging, right? Maybe there's a small, really small, itsy bitsy, tiny percentage, right? That's what I want to see from your videos, right? Because it's not just about your choice of words, but it's how your expression of the words that makes all the difference. Okay, so makes sense. Let's see. Kinko, are you here? Let me see. Kinko's not with us today, but hopefully you get this if you are watching the replay. Okay, cool. By the way, before I continue, guys, talk to me. What are some of the things that you guys are learning? What's your biggest takeaway so far right up to this point? We're about 1 hour into this momentum webinar. Share with me what your biggest takeaway is that you feel you can apply in your videos moving forward. Guys, let me know. Nick says energy dips. Alex says tons of golden nuggets, facial expressions when script becomes natural, right? What's in it for me, right? The hook, selling them to the end. Aaron says more expression. Playfulness, right? Emphasis on words, right? Be natural. Pattern interrupt. Constant use of pattern interrupt, right? Right? Saying how you introduce yourself, exactly, right? Rather than saying, hi, my name is. Assume the position of authority and influence. Okay. Allow yourself to be relaxed and silly in front of camera. So that's what. So that's huge, right? And how do you allow yourself to be comfortable and seen in front of camera when you've just done it so many times and it's no longer intimidating, right? At the start, of course, it's scary. Of course, it's scary to be thinking about, putting yourself out there where the world can judge you and your content. But when you've done it enough, that's when it just gets better. Okay, all of it. Moving background, learning words, pattern interrupt. If you stay to the end of the video, right, utilizing props. Hey, that's right, Sarah Reyes, right? Hey is a very powerful word. Hey is itself, if you think about it, it's a pattern interrupt because it's very informal, it's casual, right? Think about how every second where it captures the attention, right? Being a natural entertainer, right? Casual. Okay, so here's what I would like you guys to do in case you guys haven't done it yet. I don't think the fact that you guys are here tells me that there's a good chance you guys are already registered. But in the event, if you guys haven't already done so, okay, I'm going to drop a link right now. If like, so some of the comment, I know that as you guys progress through this challenge, chances are you're going to have some questions. You're going to be thinking about, so how do you utilize the videos? What platform should you use it in? How long should the videos be? How do you actually monetize? How do you utilize your videos to get more leads? How many of you would like to find out the answer to all of these questions? Okay, so that is what the graduation webinar is for. At the end of all these challenges, I want to be able to walk you through how do you make the most out of this challenge, capitalize on the videos that you shot. So all of that is going to be answered when you attend the graduation webinar happening on the 23rd. Okay, guys. So if you haven't already done so, please register for the webinar right now. It is at videoschallenge.com/webinar. I'm not sure if my team member is here, but if there's anybody that's here, okay, wow, okay, it's quick. Okay, so guys, go ahead and register for this training right now, videoschallenge.com/webinar. This is where I'm going to be showing you how to make the most out of your videos. How do you turn it into ads? How does it lead up to monetization? How do you utilize it to grow your organic following? I'm going to be showing you how I've utilized videos to grow over 1 million followers on Facebook and Instagram. I'm also going to be showing you how I've utilized it in my ads, whereas I'm going to be showing you how I've spent millions of dollars on ads just utilizing videos, and ultimately how it comes back down to monetization. Okay, so please go register right now in case you forget. And if you're already registered or you have registered right now, just type in done in the chat so that I know that you are registered for it and that you are showing up. Okay, so done. I want to see like 50 dones in the chat. Okay, if you've already done so, please write down done in the chat, in the comments. Okay, cool. So it's going to be in about from a week from now, guys. I have no intentions to do replays. So if you want to be able to make the most out of this challenge, be sure to show up live, just like this call over here, where I'll be able to see you. We'll be engaged with each other, and we'll also be doing a Q&A at the end of that call as well, after I show you how do you make the most out of this challenge, what you should be doing with your videos, how to market them strategically to grow both an organic following as well as in your ads if you choose to. Okay, so how many of you here have learned something here tonight or today, this morning, depending on which time zone you're at? Okay, cool. So you guys still have a week left on the challenge. I look forward to seeing your videos. I look forward to giving you guys prizes just for participating. I don't know many people do that. Nobody does that, but I do that. I want to be able to ultimately see you guys implement. Okay, so until then, guys, I will see you guys in about a week from now on the graduation webinar. Continue posting your videos. I'm proud of your progress. You will notice, right, a lot of your videos, notice the difference and how far you've come in just 2 weeks and your level of confidence and a difference in the day 1 videos versus the day 15 videos. Okay, so I'm just going to leave you guys with this. If you guys are new to this, which I know many of you are, and I know that there are some of you that are seasoned pros as well, and you're on this challenge, and there's always that next level, right? But here's the thing, and hopefully in the last 2 weeks, you'll probably notice that, if it was the first time doing this, let's face it, on day 1 of a challenge, that video probably sucked, right? You probably sucked. And sucking is just part of the journey. It's part of the process. So embrace the suck. But you will notice that if you were consistent on day 2, you probably sucked a little bit less, right? And on day 3, you suck a little bit less. And now it's day 15, you probably sucked a lot less than day 1. Now, I can't tell you what number it might be for you, because it's different for everybody. It could be attempt number 53. For some of you, it could be attempt number 246. For some of you, it could be attempt number 16. I don't know what the number is, but you will reach a point in time where you will suck so little that you realize that you got pretty good at this. Okay. Think about it, that it's kind of like going to gym for the very first time on day 1. Day 1, go to gym. When you make that decision that you want to do something different, you kill yourself at the gym, you're all sweating, you take off your shirt, you look at the mirror and you realize nothing happened. Why is the workout not effective? Day number 2, the same thing. You go back to the gym, you kill yourself, you're sweating all over, you're soaking in sweat. You take off your shirt, you look at the mirror, and you realize nothing happened. Same thing on day 3, you show up at the gym, you kill yourself again, you're soaking in sweat, drenched, you look at the mirror, nothing happened. Again, I can't tell you what number that is, but if you keep showing up and if you keep producing and if you keep practicing and doing it anyway, despite being awkward in front of a camera, despite being shy, despite not knowing what to say, you will reach a point in time that you will get good at this. And in fact, on the graduation webinar, I'm going to be showing you how I started off when I totally bombed. Before all this, before speaking, before creating videos, before being in front of audiences, you will see how much I sucked, big time. Okay. But only if you come on a graduation webinar. So what did I just do? That's an open loop. Okay. And that's why you need to be there live. How many of you here, how many of you here are going to show up and I'm going to be seeing you again in about a week from now? Okay, cool. Guys, please continue taking action. Until then, I will see you in about a week from now. Make sure you show up for the graduation webinar. Keep posting your videos and I'll see you guys real soon. Okay, guys. Bye, everybody. Take care and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.